Maybe it happens every morning at your home too. The house is still quiet, coffee is brewing, and there, already in position, is that familiar silhouette against the glass. Your cat, motionless, staring out of the window as if the world outside were a movie only they can truly understand. At first, it seems simple. They like to look outside. We say it almost without thinking. But if you pause for a moment and really watch them, something deeper starts to appear. The slow, deliberate movements of the head as a bird crosses the sky. The ears twitching before you even hear the sound that reached them. The tail, sometimes completely still, sometimes quivering with attention you can quite decode. Are they just passing the time, or living an entire secret life inside that silent gaze? Maybe you've caught yourself wondering, are they happy like this? Or have they quietly accepted a small world, while dreaming of a bigger one beyond the glass? There is a strange contrast in that image. A predator by nature, reduced to an observer. A territorial guardian, with no territory to patrol except a living room and a hallway. As the light shifts throughout the day, your cat follows it, changing windows like changing channels. The morning sun on one sill, the late afternoon glow in another corner. They seem to know exactly when the birds come, when the neighbor walks their dog, when the street becomes a stage of movements, scents, and sounds. There is a rhythm to it, almost like a ritual. But what, exactly, are they searching for in that ritual? Is it curiosity? Is it boredom? Is it loneliness? Or is it something your cat cannot show with meows or gestures, but repeats every single day in this quiet act of watching? If you've ever felt a small, nagging question in the back of your mind, is this enough for them? Before we go deeper, look at your own cat for a second in your memory. How long do they stay at the window? Minutes or hours? Do they come back to you easily when you call, or do they seem glued to that view? And what about toys and playtime? Do they ignore them and rush back to the glass as if nothing else compares? If any of that sounds familiar, stay with me. In the next moments, we are going to open that window, not just to the outside world, but to your cat's inner world. And what you discover there may change the way you see them forever. Maybe you have seen this scene 100 times. Late afternoon, the house is quiet, and your cat settles into their favorite spot by the window. The light is soft, the glass is slightly cool, and there they are, perfectly still, eyes fixed on something you cannot see. To you, it looks like nothing is happening. To your cat, an entire universe is unfolding. From their point of view, that window is not just a piece of glass. It is the border of their territory. On one side, known smells, predictable sounds, your footsteps, the rhythm of your life. On the other, an endless stream of movement they cannot touch. A bird landing on a branch, a leaf twisting in the wind, a shadow crossing the sidewalk. Each little motion lights up instincts that are millions of years old. If you could sit inside their mind for a moment, you might feel a constant tension between calm and alertness. Is that bird a potential prey? Is that stranger walking the dog a possible intruder? Why did that car stop there today when it passed yesterday? Their gaze is not random. It is scanning, cataloging, guarding. The window becomes a watchtower, a place where your cat can quietly fulfill their role as guardian of an invisible kingdom. Now imagine an older man, sipping coffee behind his cat, watching the same scene. He smiles and says softly, "You like your little tea here?" The cat doesn't move, just twitches the tip of the tail. But if that man could hear the silent dialogue inside the animal, it might sound more like, "I see everything. This is mine. I must understand this world I can smell, but never reach." For some cats, this ritual is peaceful and satisfying. They sunbathe, blink slowly, follow a bird with their eyes, then yawn and walk away. For others, the same window becomes a kind of beautiful frustration. The chirping bird triggers the hunting reflex. The muscles tense, the pupils dilate, the jaw chatters. The body says, "Jump, chase, catch," but the glass says, No. Day after day. And that is where a subtle question begins to appear, one that most guardians never ask. Is your cat simply entertained or silently overstimulated? Is that long, fixed stare a sign of calm observation, or the only way they have found to not go crazy with boredom? In a moment, we are going to look at how to tell the difference between a healthy window ritual and a silent cry for more life inside four walls. But before that, ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you really watched your cat at the window, without rushing, as if you were trying to read a story written in their posture and eyes? Maybe you already noticed the pattern. The house is quiet, the day is ordinary, and there they are again, your cat, frozen at the window, as if the glass is the only portal that matters. The world outside keeps flowing. Cars, birds, the neighbor's dog, the rustle of leaves, and your cat barely moves, except for that small twitch of the tail, that tiny swivel of the ears. To us, it looks like you just watching. But for your cat, it's something far more complex. In that posture, chest slightly forward, whiskers relaxed but alert, your cat is not only seeing, they are calculating. The bird on the wire is not just a bird. It is the echo of thousands of years of hunting instincts. The person walking by is not just a stranger. They are an intruder crossing a border that, in your cat's mind, is very real. The window becomes a living map of me territory and out there, a shifting border they can never actually cross. Imagine the inner monologue you can't hear, the silent tracking, the mini adrenaline surges every time a pigeon lands, the frustration when the prey flies away and nothing happens, because it can happen. Over and over, the body prepares to act, but the environment doesn't respond. This is where curiosity ends, and sometimes quiet tension begins. A tension so subtle you only notice it when you start to look at the details. The compulsive tail flicking, the low, almost inaudible chirping, the sudden, explosive dash through the house right after a bird disappears from view. Now ask yourself, when your cat is there, motionless at the window, are they enjoying a mental movie or living inside a story that never reaches a satisfying ending? Is that long, fixed stare a sign of calm contemplation, or is it the only you job left in a day that is otherwise too empty? Pause for a moment and think about your own home. If the window vanished tomorrow, what would be left for your cat to do? Would their world still feel rich, or would it collapse into silence and routine? And if that idea makes you a bit uncomfortable, maybe that's exactly where the next step begins. Now imagine you answer that silent question your cat keeps asking with their eyes at the window. Is this all there is? What if, instead of just a pane of glass and a distant world, their own world inside your home became alive, layered, meaningful? Picture the same window, but now the scene changes. There's a sturdy perch at just the right height, covered with a soft fabric that smells like you and like them. The glass is clean, the angle perfect for watching birds, trees, people. Beside the perch, a vertical scratching post reaches almost to the ceiling, solid as a tree trunk. Your cat stretches up, claws digging in, body lengthening fully. For a moment, they run not just a pet. They are exactly what they were built to be. You walk into the room, and instead of calling them away from the window, you join them in their universe. In your hand, a simple wand toy. The feathers flicker like a clumsy little bird along the floor, then disappear behind a chair. Your cat's pupils widen. The window is still there, but suddenly the hunt has moved inside. They crouch, tail tip trembling, then launch in a perfect, silent attack. Feathers caught, body shaking with the thrill. The world beyond the glass keeps moving, but for once, they are not only a spectator. You sit on the floor, breathing a little faster after a few minutes of play. You notice something strange. The more intensely you engage with them now, the less obsessed they seem with that distant horizon later. They still look out, but the stare is softer, less desperate, more like someone enjoying a view after a satisfying day, not someone dreaming of a life they never live. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why buy toys, but nothing works? Maybe my cat is just lazy? Or they spend all day at the window. It must mean they were happy like that, right? Deep down, deep down, deep down, because there is one more layer to this inner world that most people never consider. And it can change not only how your cat behaves, but how they feel about you. Maybe, as you were listening to this, you can picture your own cat at the window. The late afternoon light, that quiet stillness, the tail moving just once in a while. Now imagine, just for a second, that you could freeze time and step into their mind. What kind of world would you find there? Is it peaceful watchfulness? Or a small, silent ache for something more? Notice your cat's eyes the next time they're there. Are they relaxed, half closed, taking in the sun like a slow meditation? Or are they wide, pupils dilated, body tense, ears pricked at every tiny sound? One is a cat enjoying a front row seat to life. The other might be a cat stuck in a loop of frustration, seeing everything, reaching nothing. Maybe you've seen it. Your cat follows a bird with laser focus, then turns away, walks through the house, and suddenly starts scratching the couch or meowing at you for no reason. For them, that window show didn't have a satisfying ending. The instinct to stalk, chase, pounce had nowhere to go, so it tries to spill out somewhere else. And you, coming home after a long day, keys in the door, shoes still on, your cat is already at your feet, or running ahead to the window, or pacing the same path along the sill. Sometimes you feel a hint of guilt, don't you? Wondering, why is this enough? Is this life I'm giving them rich enough, or just safe? There's no judgment in that question, only care. You love this animal. You chose to keep them indoors because you want them protected, but protection and fulfillment are not always the same thing. The beautiful news is, you don't have to guess in the dark. There are very concrete ways to turn that window from a symbol of limits into the beginning of a much bigger world inside your home. Ways to offer your cat a life of movement, challenge, and satisfaction, even between four walls. So stay with me. In the next moments, we'll walk through exactly how to build that world for them, step by step, starting from that very window where they wait and expanding out to every corner of them. Maybe, right now, as you listen, your cat is at the window again. The same posture, the same stillness, but after everything we've talked about, it doesn't look the same anymore, does it? That tiny body framed by the glass is no longer just a cat killing time. It's a mind, a story, a set of ancient instincts pressing gently against the limits of your home. Imagine, later tonight, the house quieter, the traffic dimmed to a distant murmur. Your cat jumps onto their lookout spot, settles into that familiar curve, and stares out. A moth dances around a streetlight, a shadow crosses a wall, a distant dog barks. From the outside, nothing much happens. From the inside, entire worlds unfold. The watchful guardian, the patient hunter, the sun worshipper, the philosopher of the balcony. But now, there is something different. You, not just as the person who fills the bowl and cleans the litter, but as a conscious partner in this small, mysterious life. You know that a window can be theater or prison. You know that a cat can be calm or resigned. And you know that a quiet animal is not always a content animal. So here is the subtle but powerful shift. The next time you see that silhouette at the glass, don't just think, they do again. Ask yourself, honestly, is this enough for you? What are you missing that I could help bring into this room? Maybe the answer will be more play, more vertical space, more hiding spots. Maybe it will be as simple as 5 minutes of focused attention, a toy that moves like real prey, a sun-warmed bed placed exactly where the light falls in the morning. And if you feel a little uncomfortable right now, that's not a bad sign. It means we're seeing more clearly. It means that the love you already have for your cat is starting to take shape as action, as curiosity, as responsibility. Your indoor cat doesn't need a whole world out there if we're willing to build a richer world in here. Now I want to hear from you. When you look at your cat at the window, what worries you most? Do they stay there for hours, barely moving? Do they try to push the screen, to escape, to chase birds? Or are they the opposite, sleeping all day, ignoring every toy, as if nothing could ever be interesting again? Tell me in the comments what your biggest struggle is with your window watcher. If this made you look at that silent figure with new eyes, let this video be the first step, not the last. Subscribe and stay with me. There's so much more we can uncover together about the secret life of your cat's mind, and about the invisible conversations happening every day between your world and theirs.